Welcome to the You, Me, and Disney podcast. Hi, welcome back. I'm Nikki.
I'm Shawn.
Welcome back to the You, Me, and Disney podcast.
Second week in a row.
Whew.
I can't even believe it.
We're trying.
We had to get our kids out of the house in order to do this podcast.
Yeah, hide.
We're literally in a room in our house that I think you've been in twice.
Maybe.
I've been in maybe a couple times, and it's interesting to say the least. So here we are. We're going to try our new format. Like I said last week, we gave it some time. We thought about some ideas, and I think we're going to try to do some news-based information.
News.
Yeah, we just need to come up with a catchy segment name. So we can try news, or,
Tasty tidbits.
Yeah, tasty tidbits times 2, like a la carte tasty tidbits. But how have you been, Nikki? How was your week?
My week was stressful. Fine. It feels good to just be talking about Disney. How about you?
Yeah, I agree. I was under the weather this week. I actually took a personal day on Wednesday, which I never do. I don't believe in taking sick days. But I slept until like 11 in the morning, which is like a long time. So obviously my body needed it because I've been going strong. So I need to recoup, and I feel not better. So it did nothing for me. But we're here. We got some stories to talk about. I have stories that I've already looked up, written down, and stuff like that. I'm going to hit you with these, and we can talk about them and kind of go over them and, maybe see how you feel about them. Not a lot. I was thinking like maybe 4 or 5 stories, and then kind of go into another new segment, and then say our goodbyes until maybe next week.
Maybe.
Or maybe next year. Who knows? Do you have anything? That we need to clear up from last week?
No, I didn't take notes last week like I normally do. I don't think we were wrong about anything, so I will have to go back and make sure.
Okay.
You?
Yeah. No, I felt like there was one thing that I was mistaken about. But I'm not 100%, so.
Well, what do you think you were mistaken?
So the one thing that I think I might have been mistaken about, or maybe you need to clarify, was the lift ride. At the end of the episode, I said when you get a lift, if you pre-order the lift, and it's just more of a clarification. When you pre-book a lift at let's say you want it to pick you up tomorrow at 5 a.m., you pay for it then and there.
Yes, which is why they guarantee you.
That's why they guarantee a lift for somebody who just needs clarification. So if that person cancels, they have all night or like a little bit of time to find you a ride. So that is the reason why it's not like a normal lift where, it's like 8 a.m, you're like, I need a lift. And then it might take 10 minutes for them to find somebody for you. It gives them that amount of time for them to find somebody else to accept the lift if the first person declines. So okay. I think I needed to clarify that because I was like, maybe I should clarify that. But anyway, we need some music. We need news. This is your morning news brought to you by,
Shunning.
I don't know, Monster Energy drinks. Whoa. Like, we're not allowed to talk about sponsors? What are they going to do, cancel us?
Yeah.
What do you got? She just got nervous. So our first bit of news in this new segment is, and again, I've talked about 1 or 2 of these things in passing with Nikki, but she does not know about the topics I'm going to hit her with. So our first topic.
Go.
The Pirates Lounge. It's opening. It is under construction. The last time we were there, we walked through it. Do you remember that?
Yes. So for those of you who don't know, in Magic Kingdom, when you exit the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, you get dumped out into a store, which I will add is probably one of my favorite stores, even though we don't buy anything. I think it's just fun, and there's actual true memorabilia from the movie in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, the last time we went, when it dumped you out of the ride, half the store is closed. Because
the store is still half closed.
And it causes a lot of
Congestion.
congestion. And granted, when we left that ride, it was raining, so everyone was trying to hide anyway.
Yeah, and it felt like the store was actually open and it was raining inside the store, didn't it?
Yes, it was not a good design. So anyway, they are building next to it, right? Obviously.
I think it's a part of the gift shop now, or it's at least
I guess we're gonna see
it
because the
it
construction walls are there.
it abuts it, yeah.
Abuts it. There you go.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be, what is it? What do you know?
I don't know if they have an actual name for it yet, but some little tidbits. It's going to open this year.
The Pirates Lounge.
It's opening in 2025,
Okay.
which kind of blows. I mean, I know how fast construction can go when they really want it to go, and they really need it up and running. This doesn't seem like I don't know. Maybe it's because it's a revenue generator. Maybe because it's like an additional. It's not like a ride. It's not like you're just making people go on a ride and kind of getting lost in the shuffle of the park flow. Where this is like people are going to sit down and spend money. So maybe the priority is to get butts and seats. So if they go ahead and build this thing as fast as they can then produce revenue. That's the only idea I have, because they're building this from scratch. It was part of the gift shop, and now it's like. It might have been.
You mean like they're not revamping anything. There was no space there.
No space.
So that's what you mean by building it up from the ground. There was nothing there to.
You started with an idea, a concept, and like went forward with it. I mean, it is a part of an existing space, technically their gift shop. But that was a large gift shop, wasn't it? It was. This thing is probably one of the biggest gift shops, but it was fun. You could walk in and like, if you wanted to buy an ascot or a neck handkerchief or a pirate's hat, I think your father.
My dad bought a pirate's hat. It would have Mickey. And so, just for a quick visual, it's one of those Mickey hats, for guys. It's almost like a beanie with the Mickey ears, except across it has the headscarf that Jack Sparrow wears with a little dangly,
little accoutrement,
yeah,
little dangler tassel.
Little fanciness.
Yeah.
So what's going to be in there? Did you do any research on what is going to be in there?
So the one thing that I heard is like the big thing, kind of like at Haunted Mansion, how the mascot of now Haunted Mansion is the Hatbox Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
The mascot of this ride is going to be a character called Pegleg Pete, who is going to be out front of the ride. I guess he was a original,
really.
Correct, sorry, ride/lounge, because it's adjoining, right? He was one of the original animatronics from over in California. His name's Pegleg Pete. Think tiki birds. He's gonna sit there and come on over, get a drink, you mother effer. Like, I don't know, you look thirsty. Like, he's gonna say some stuff to hopefully bait people in and like look and be like, oh, hey Tony, this place looks fun. Let's go over here. You know what I'm saying? To kind of draw eyes in. I think it's interesting that it's another lounge that's serving beer and wine.
Yes. Magic Kingdom is predominantly, it's not dry. I don't like to use the word dry.
Because it was for years, though.
It was for years, but I like that you can't walk around like Epcot and just booze all day. But I think that Disney also promotes more Disney adults like you and I. So yeah. I think it's going to take care of people who are Disney adults who want to go and do some rides, maybe chill for the afternoon. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it when it's sit down. We have local fairs here. It's I don't even want to give the name of it. It's a big 3-county fair, but it's multiple states, and it's gross. I mean, it might have started off cool. It has a lot to do with like agriculture and things like that. And what you see is like, you see the agricultural people who kind of like love it because it's something for them, versus the people that are like, hey, let's get trashed. And like, I'm all about having a good time, obviously. But like and this will lead me into other stories down the road. If you're throwing up at a children's amusement park, then you made bad choices, okay? And I just don't want that to happen. I don't want it, because some of these rides make you lightheaded anyway. So what happens if you go on a lightheaded ride and then you have a few drinks and then it's like, blah,
I think sorry to interrupt you. For me personally, like I just said, I think as long as it stays within that area, sit down, then you'll be fine. But if you're sitting down at the sit down, because Olga's Cantina over in
Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge, you don't hear like daily fights happening at Olga's Cantina. People go, they respect, they do what they're supposed to do as grown-ups. That would just be my fear. Because in this day and age, I feel like more fights have been popping up at Disney left and right.
Yeah.
And I mean, someone wouldn't think twice about punching you in the face if they think that you took their
pirate ride
spot or took their fireworks spot.
Oh yeah. The aftermath.
Yeah, people like actually threw down one night or like, you took my spot. And so when I think, obviously, boo.
Tough out there in those streets. I thought about throwing down sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. So I think that we won't know. I mean, whatever, it's a lounge.
Do you think
as long as it's a lounge for everyone? Because I don't like.
So they showed some mock documentation about, or some like, slides and things like that about what it's possibly going to look like in the inside. And I thought it was interesting because they did show it's also going to serve food.
Good. Because that area's got zero. You got
Pecos Bills,
which is
you don't have a Pirates. Was there a Pirates restaurant?
Not that I know of. There's one. So when you leave the restaurant.
Which restaurant?
I'm sorry. When you leave the Pirates ride, when you get exited from the gift shop, there's a restaurant right across the way.
There is. What is that restaurant?
We should know that. We're doing a Disney podcast.
Well, we failed, so we're gonna have to look.
So there you go.
That is it.
I gotta look that up.
Well, I do know that restaurant is. I think it's called the Pirates Den. So I'm gonna throw it out. Hey, folks, it's called the Pirates. I think it is the Pirates Den, but I know it has a connected kitchen to Pecos Bills.
Yes,
it is a large kitchen, and in the back area is connected because when you kind of go around the corner, it becomes Pecos Bills. Pecos Bills is kind of where it would transition more into Frontierland.
It's on the other side, I thought.
No, it's when you go around the corner and then you have the map place, the scavenger hunt for the Pirates area, and then it kind of transitions into Frontierlands, where you start to head towards Tiana's in that back corner, corner where all the parades would start from.
Okay.
So that's it. I wanted to hear your ideas and throw that one out. Another lounge. So it's interesting. Well, I guess we'll have to see next time we go back what it's like and what it's about.
Did they actually give you an opening date?
No, they're never going to be okay.
But
there's
summer?
Never summer. No, okay. Late.
Oh, so
late.
December.
Could be December.
30th.
Could be Christmas Day. Like, hey, folks, come on in and get a pirate drink with Jack. You have no idea. So, next topic at hand is Flower and Garden just opened on Wednesday. Did you know this?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Because it's the Flower and Garden is Epcot has 4. I don't want to use the word festivals.
Well, they are festivals.
Are they?
Festival of the Arts.
Yeah.
Flower and
Garden.
So
Epcot has 4 festivals throughout the year. Flower and Garden, Festival of the Arts, also known as Farts.
Yep.
Food and Wine.
Yep. Sure there's not just 3 festivals?
Are there only 3 festivals? Dude, epic fail today.
Yeah. We're doing this early in the morning.
Don't make me do this.
I think there's only 3. And then there's Epcot Light, which means no festivals.
Flower and Garden is beautiful. They do it typically around this time of year because it's quote unquote spring.
Yeah.
And the park is filled with beautiful topiaries, filled with flowers. So they create characters around the park, built of flowers. I love the topiaries. You hate them? You think they're weird?
Stop trying to push your hatred on me. I don't hate anything. Listen, I'm not into gardening. I don't have a green thumb. I care about my grass. Like, I would like my grass to be green, but even sometimes with that, like, if life calls, I'm not going to sit there and overly fertilize my grass. So, right. The shrubbery is nice to look at. That's what I call it, shrubbery. The shrubbery. The nicely groomed bushes. The one that's ringing. Is Belle and the Beast always there?
I think so, yes.
I feel like it's there all the time. Not even during the festival, like all the time.
No. I think it's only during the festival. I think because every time we've been in March, because prior we used to always go in March.
Yeah.
So we'd always hit the Flower and Garden.
Yeah, always. And maybe that wore me down.
Yeah. I had seen a beautiful photo. They did a Moana and a Maui one. Did you
just recently?
Yes, for this festival. Beautiful.
Again, I don't care.
I think they're beautiful.
The reason I say the one about Belle and the Beast is because it seems to be the only one I ever actually see. That and a Pluto one for some reason. Are the only 2 that are like, oh, look, there's a topiary. I know they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's yay, like, but I just wanted to know if you care because I think you said that's your favorite.
No, food and wine.
Food and wine is your favorite.
Food and wine is my favorite, only because I like to eat my way through Epcot. Like, I would eat all the things.
Yeah.
And every time we go, something happens that I can't eat my way through the festival, whether we're busy or
I think people have done it. Like, oh, because that's when you get the passport. Like, you basically
and
get
you get a stamp.
Yeah, you get a stamp and you go on a scavenger hunt of obesity is what it's
Yeah.
called.
Or Remy's fromage.
Oh, that's disgusting. Imagine eating you're taking a 20-pound shit at the end of the day,
It's disgusting.
Oh, hey, sorry, folks. If you have children, probably should say this at the top of the show. Disclaimer, there might be some profanity in the show. Sorry. Nikki has a horrible mouth and swears fly out left and right. So, sorry. Going forward, we're probably going to have to announce that at the top of the show that this is a show for everybody if your children are enlightened, and
Yes.
so go ahead. But yeah, you're going to eat a bunch of cheese. You're going to have some IBS.
Maybe.
You're going to have problems. I couldn't imagine that, like eating that much cheese. So, which leads me to my next story. You think I did this intentionally?
Oh, okay.
Somebody pooped.
What?
In the ride queue of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Intentionally?
Does it matter?
Well, because...
No, I want to know. Does it matter?
Because...
Remember the video a few years back of the woman in the Starbucks that pulled her pants down and literally pooped because the cashier... You don't remember this video? I almost want to watch this right now. She was a lady, a 40 to 50-year-old lady. I'm not shaming. Like, I just know she was a lady. She was a woman. She was not what you're thinking. This was a professional woman wearing Lululemons who was like, I gotta use the bathroom, and literally like cockeyed on the side of the wall for everybody to see. And then
why didn't she run to the bathroom?
They wouldn't let her use the bathroom. That's the issue.
So, funny story, and I digress from all this. So, I don't go to Starbucks a lot, okay?
I go never.
Only because their drinks sometimes are super sugary. I know that everyone's like, oh, Starbucks is the way to go, blah, blah, blah. I don't love Starbucks. Like, even when we go to the park, we drink our coffee in the morning before we go to the park. We are not like, let's wait in that line for, like, we're just not Starbucks people.
Yeah.
I went to go do something. I was running errands and I was like, ooh, I'm going to try a matcha latte, right?
Well,
Doesn't matter. I'm not going to get into you for what a matcha latte is. So anyway, I'm like, oh, I'm going to a matcha latte. I go to the thing. I go to the bathroom. It's locked.
Okay.
Totally fine. So I feel bad for this woman because I had to then now go to the thing and I was like, hey, is there a bathroom code? And the kid was a younger kid and he looked at me and he gave me the code and acted like I should have.
Whoa, wait, did you knock and see if somebody was occupied?
No one was in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're sure?
There's a lock there.
Oh, a vacancy, no vacancy thing?
No, and there's actually a push button code.
But how do you know somebody didn't enter the code and was occupying the bathroom?
I probably had knocked too and was like, hello, and no.
Oh, okay.
And I literally, there was no one in this Starbucks.
Okay, go ahead.
And the kid was like, oh, the code is blah, blah, blah. And the way he said it was like, if you're not in the know.
How dare you use their bathroom?
No, more like
it was you.
It
was you. You were the woman that shit on the ground.
It wasn't me. So I feel bad for this woman because she probably didn't know the code.
Okay. No, I think they were not giving it to her because she wasn't a patron.
But she was in line, you said.
Yeah, I don't know the premise of the story.
Anyway,
all I know is I saw the
back
video. Yeah. So back to present day.
So present day.
Guardians of the Galaxy, and they have video of it, and it was. I'm not trying to gross people out. It was horrible. Like, it was literally like all over the place. It was bad. I don't know if it was
Which part of the ride queue? The beginning, or when you're in that room?
It looked
stuck
like,
in that room.
No, it looked like there was. It actually looked like the exit area. If I'm being truthful, it kind of looked. I mean, I didn't want to overly analyze the video because it was horrible.
Okay, well, now you need to, because I need to know if it was before the ride or after the ride, because my comments now will be different.
Well, let's just go with it was before the ride, because that was the whole point. It was in the queue, which leads me to my question. These parks are designed for children. We've been in rides where we have had to exit the ride to go find a bathroom,
which sometimes can be miles.
Yeah, the last time I'm thinking we did this was when we were all standing.
Nope, I will tell you 100%.
Haunted Mansion.
Nope.
Tower of Terror.
Nope. The last time we did this was literally just our last trip.
That's right.
We were waiting in line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and it went down. And we made the conscious. We said, nope, we're gonna stay. 9-year-old daughter look at me and be like, I have to pee right now.
Yeah.
I had to exit through areas that were
Off
not
limit.
appropriate,
Off
off
limits.
limit. I didn't
Exits,
even
yes.
care because there is a bathroom when you run across the way to where the circus is.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful brick building back there,
Yeah.
actually with nice bathrooms. And thank God I know the park well enough to know where the bathrooms were because, to be honest, when you're right there, there is not an easy bathroom.
Yeah, you'd think there's a million trash cans everywhere, but there's not bathrooms everywhere.
I think that big rides should have bathrooms in them.
That leads me to my question.
Because Avatar has a bathroom.
And Rise of the Resistance, I believe.
Rise has a Resistance. Yeah. Tron, it may not be in it, but Tron.
Oh,
yeah, but if you can't fit that bathroom right there,
right before. But then wait, let me ask you a question. You use that bathroom, and then you use that bathroom, and then we go and we wait for 2 hours, and then we're in the interior, and our child has to use the bathroom. What do you do? How come Disney engineering has not thought about this? Somewhere in the halfway point where it's like, okay, like, you're asking children, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds to hold themselves. Sometimes even adults who have and now I don't even think they give out disabilities for people that maybe have like IBS issues or
you can't get a DAS pass.
Before they used to give you they give you a DAS pass like for any reason, and it's not for me to decide what reason warrants one or not. But when we're talking about people that are like, I got to go to the bathroom. And again, you've waited 3 hours and you're like, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Come on. These people are very intelligent. How are bathrooms not built into these queues? Imagine that now. Whoever did this, I'm the humiliation. Like, oh my God, I feel so bad.
And I'm sure they got kicked off practice.
I would love to contact a lawyer if that were to happen. These are those situations where things get squashed inside the park. Okay, you're not trespassing that person.
There's a bathroom in there.
Inside the queue at Guardians of the Galaxy, I disagree with you. At the end of the ride, there's 19 trash cans so people can vomit in them afterward, but there is no bathroom inside.
Well, so that leads me to my next thing. So if you find out, because now I'm going to have to go look at this video. Now I have to find out.
I'll find it for you.
Because if it's before, then yes, that stinks. I feel bad for this person because no one would just have explosive diarrhea in a queue unless it was...
Maybe they had that hot dog at Casey's.
2 totally different places.
Or Cosmic Rays.
If it was after, I feel bad for them because that means that they had themselves so worked up during the ride and it combined with the IBS that they, instead of coming out throwing up, they pooped themselves.
Yeah, I guess at the point they're probably like shame. I don't want to blame anybody. I'm not victim blaming, but it's like it's just we've all had to leave a ride and be like, okay, I guess I'm gonna walk back out into the park, and then when it's funny. We'll see these people.
You can also flag a cast member down at any point.
There's no cast members inside the queues.
You're leaving the ride and you're like,
I know what you're saying. But even the cast members are like, well, you're on your own.
Yeah.
They're not like overly like, yeah, sure, walk by those 1,000 people and just be like, excuse me, I had to go to the bathroom. You're going to get some nasty looks.
People are so mean about it.
I'm sorry. You are going to get some nasty looks. We're all going to the same place. It's all the same destination. It's all supposed to be happiness. And I feel like it could all just be avoided if there was a bathroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
so right when we left our last time, the time we did Land and Sea.
Yeah.
When we left the parks, our poor daughter had the worst stomach bug ever.
Oh my
Literally, she, no lie, pooped her pants.
We had to pull over to a gas station. She was in that gas station bathroom. Thank God they allowed her to use the bathroom for 45 minutes.
45 minutes. She literally, no lie, had poop in her underwear multiple times that we had to throw away.
Yeah. She lost 30 pounds and she only weighs 35.
So, but the reason I bring that story up is because when we left, I remember a story coming out that someone was waiting in line for Space Mountain, and there must have been a belly bug going around at the time, so people must have been just passing the belly bug around at the park, and someone pooped themselves in that line.
Well, that leads me to another whole side tangent.
But there's a bathroom right there.
Yeah, yeah. Remember in COVID where they had the little hand sanitizers at the end of every ride? How come we can't get that back?
It should have just made, because they're not pretty, but you could
decorate them. But anyway, that's a side tangent. We can have that a
yeah.
news story down the road if, another pandemic happens.
Please no.
Yeah, I know, right? Next on the agenda, this one might be I'm sure I think we talked about this yesterday, is the transformation of the Tree of Life.
It's tough to be a bug.
It's tough to be a bug. Yeah.
So Tough to be a Bug is closing March 17th. So if you live in Disney and you're listening
I
to
have
this,
March 16th. So who are we going to believe here?
it's the 17th.
I have the 16th written down here on paper. It means it's more true.
Nope, you're wrong.
We're going to look this might be clarification for tomorrow. Cleanup. Might be housekeeping for next week.
Pretty sure the last day to ride.
Okay.
So It's Tough to Be a Bug is located in the Tree of Life in Animal Kingdom.
The icon is what we call it. The icon of the park. The tree.
Park.
It's not a real tree.
The Baobab tree.
Oh, that's where you remember. Oh, you're so good.
And it is quote unquote a ride, but to me, it's an experience.
Yep.
We've already talked about this, the difference between rides and experiences. And you sit in a theater and it's 3D.
Yep.
And it's all about It's Tough to Be a Bug. And it's one of those experiences that you get wet, not like overly wet, but like if a spider spits at you or something, you get water. And there's the little creepy crawlies remember the chairs?
Never hit me once. I've been on the ride multiple times and I hear everybody around me go, ah! Never touched me once.
I always get a chair that's like extra, like creepy crawly. Like, I am sad about it because it is an icon, but it's not like they're closing it forever and not doing anything with it. It's now going to transform into a Zootopia ride.
Zootopia ride, yep.
Or an experience.
Yep.
So it's going to be the same thing, just a different.
Yeah.
Just different people.
Yeah, they'll probably upgrade the technology, the 3D. I mean, that is a space which I basically.
Muppets is closing too.
Hey, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Right.
Let's talk about the Tree of Life, and let's talk about now. Do they have to redo the queue? Because the queue, you kind of feel like you're a bug or an ant going inside the tree itself. Do you think it's just gonna be the ride itself, or do you think they're going to redo the exterior going in? Because when you start in the ride, you're kind of like technically an ant, right?
Yeah, I'm sure their Imagineers are going to work that into. Because it's pretty too, because technically, even though you're an ant and you're like at the roots of the baobab tree, there's still beautiful things carved into the tree everywhere. So they're not going to get rid of that.
Right in the exterior, but the minute you go in the kind of little tunnely area where they open up the multiple doors for you to kind of go get your seats, you feel like or at least I do. I feel like I've shrunk down. And I'm like,
So bug size.
Yeah, bug size. So I'm wondering if we're Zootopia, are we still gonna have that feel, or what's that gonna look like? I wonder. I wonder, and then I wonder like what are they gonna do with the inside of the tree? Because nothing. I mean, okay, two things. At least we're going with current IP. So Zootopia. They're coming out with another movie, correct?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Yeah. So we have one movie which kids can identify, another movie in the works. So it's now more modern stuff than what we've had in the past. Like A Bug's Life. We watched it yesterday because we're like, oh, this movie came out 30 years ago. Let's watch it.
They also have incorporated Judy and Nick Wilde into the parades more. So, kids are more apt to know who Judy and Nick Wilde are from Zootopia, where compared to they haven't had anything A Bug's Life.
Yeah, Flick. Who knows who Flick is?
No one knows who Flick is. I mean, that was a great movie when it came out, but
awesome movie. I know it scared a lot of children. Like there's always that story of like,
well, that's because the grasshoppers mean.
But the spiders come down and like
talking about
terrifies children and stuff like that. The ride itself, and it's like I've never seen. So I'm wondering if they're maybe going to tone it down and like maybe make it more child friendly.
Well, I mean, I hope it stays the same where it's still interactive. Like there's still, if you're gonna go to a 3D.
I mean kind of 4D
experience.
Yeah, smells. What was the smell in the ride?
That wasn't this one. That's Figment.
But are you sure there's no smell in that ride?
They all have their own specific smell.
Yeah, doesn't something squirt at you like a skunk? No, that is Figment. Yeah, I guess right.
There might have been no, there's a stink bug.
I think so. Yeah, there's a
the stink bug.
okay.
He blows out stink, which is just stink.
So I wonder if they're going to do something like that going forward in the Zootopia ride as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, to keep what you're saying. So that's another thing. A lot of closures going on right now.
A lot of closures.
Nikki and I don't really have this as a story, but we were talking about the other day. What is Frontierland going to look like going forward? Because right now you have construction at a shooting gallery.
I don't even want to talk
in the
about
Americas. Well, it's technically not the Americas. As you're leaving the Americas in Magic Kingdom, Liberty Square, to funnel over into Frontierland, you have the shooting gallery closed. You have Thunder Mountain closed. You're draining the lake, or draining whatever you want to call that, in order to build the new Cars ride. You're closing Mark Twain Riverboat Island.
Big Thunder Mountain.
The paddle boat is getting closed. Like, it's all of this closure. So you're going to have this whole entire land with a couple gift shops, a pin trading shop, and then Tiana's.
And the Country Bear is there.
Oh, that's true. The Country Bear Jamboree. Yeah, it's a lot of space and a lot of closure. So I'm very curious to see photos, or next time we're there, to like look at it and see what it's actually going to look like, because good on Disney for swapping out a lot of rides, but they're doing it all at once.
Yeah.
So, and Disney is not known for like, hey, I mean, technically they are. I mean, you go from Christmas, or you go from Halloween to Christmas, and they are able to transition that in like a day, you know?
Oh yeah, it's like overnight.
For the most part. The problem is with their construction crews is they don't work 24/7. They are on either you're working an AM shift or you're working a PM shift overnight. So they don't have 24/7 construction. When they pull permits, they have to like comply with whatever the regulations are, even though they own the town. So technically they own the people that sign off on these work permits. So in theory, if they wanted to, they could have 24/7 construction, go, 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 go. Like, let's get this ride or attraction up as fast as possible. So we'll see what happens. You know, I doubt it. It's probably going to take 3 years, but I mean, it looks like they're making progress.
Supposedly, Villains Land was supposed to be open in 2027. So I think Villains Land was supposed to coincide with Frontierland Cars ride.
So 2027 Villains Land. We are in 2025.
Yeah.
We're a couple months in. 2 years. You have 2
years.
Well, technically 25, 26, 27. Technically, they could see the end of 27. So they've given us still 3 years. Are they over there working already? Are they over there clearing swamps?
So, I mean, Big Thunder Mountain, when we were there in January, you could see behind
the crane.
And you could see the crane.
Yeah.
So they're probably starting. Obviously, we know the riverboat is closed.
Yeah.
I don't think construction walls are up yet. I haven't seen videos, anything like that. The construction walls are up yet. It's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
It's going to be a mess. It reminds me very much of when you used to go to Epcot, and they did construction at Epcot for what felt like forever.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they did.
They built a couple concrete slabs.
Yeah.
Been through the partner statue out there, or not the
So-
Walt Dreamer statue.
It is what it is. You're going to go, and you have to go and know that
Yeah.
it's not going to be that Frontierland is a shit show. Like you're going to go over there just to go to Tiana's.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
But-
hey, kids, we're going to this park.
I guess
What's
for
going on here?
For my little hack going forward is you don't even have to walk through there. You can still go to Liberty Square.
Yeah.
Do Liberty Square, and then you can take the background through Adventureland.
Yeah.
And go there. I mean,
Yeah, over by Pecos Bill. Yeah.
you're still going to get Haunted Mansion.
Yep.
You're still, going to have all of Adventureland. Yeah, it's
You could still hang around in Liberty Square too, and go to the Hall of Presidents and all
Correct.
that. Yeah.
correct. I mean, it's not going to be pretty.
Do you think they're gonna shut the area down? No, they can't,
Mhm.
because Tiana's is actually past.
Canada's next to Big Thunder Mountain. It's in Frontierland.
Yeah. Yeah. And it'd be interesting to see how it works. And I mean, here, Disney is good at, when there is construction, it is not in your face.
No. There's
I-
going to be like fancy walls up.
I remember one time looking at an old photo of like maybe one of the first times we went, and they were doing construction at the Emporium. and they had a big curtain on the front of, you might not even remember this, on the front of the Emporium that looked like the Emporium.
Correct.
It was a drawing of the Emporium.
Correct.
And you just look at it really quick and you're like, that's interesting. That's a drawing. Because it plays a trick on your mind and you're not like, oh, that's a drawing because the actual building is ripped apart because they're doing construction. And Disney has a patented, I forgot what the color of the green is called, like go away green or something like that, where these walls and these shrubs that they put up, and it's like you think they're there. So going back to what you said about Epcot, the walls were there in Epcot, but you felt like maybe they were always. If it was your first time ever going to Epcot, you might be like, these walls are part of the park.
Yes, because they were colorful.
Yeah,
They
murals.
It wasn't just like a straight wall. They managed to like shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They like zigzag.
Yeah.
So it didn't. It was.
Whoever installed them kind of had a flow to them. They weren't. They were more just. I mean, they were radius walls. They weren't like all flat. Like here's a corner. Here's a corner. Here's a corner.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. Which is, hey, guess what? This whole show is about construction.
Okay.
My last topic, for right now is Dino Land. Another
Another one bites the dust.
Another park. Another bomb drops. And wasn't this the first park to like? This one closed in January. Dino Land closed in January. I guess the story here is in the middle of where used to be the games and kind of the swirling sauce, or the Dino Land swirling saucer, is they had a large, almost like Gertie, the large dinosaur. I know there's a name. I don't know. We can look it up later. And it got ripped down.
Oh.
Solid piece of concrete. I'm sure some cast members probably got pieces of it, and you might see them on eBay if you're a hardcore Disney fanatic and you like collecting memorabilia like John Stamos. You're gonna have that.
He's at the parks all the time.
Yeah, you're gonna have that dinosaur's head somewhere and like hidden. But they tore it down, and the walls are also erected there, and yeah, it's another one. They're building some current rides right now. Like this construction is definitely underway. There's no set time. I actually think there was, but when I was transferring my notes, I think I might have got rid of it. The Boneyard is still live.
Okay.
And that's still up, for the kids to play and stuff like that. But like Animal Kingdom, like, geez.
So the dinosaur ride itself, you can still ride. I don't know when the closure date for the dinosaur ride is.
Pushed that a year.
They pushed that a year. And I know that I've been monitoring times like here and there, thinking that the times would, and it's not like people are rushing to the ride to get their last ride in.
Yeah. For dinosaur?
For dinosaur.
Yeah.
I like the dinosaur ride. I love it, actually. I'm not sad that it's going to possibly turn into an Indiana Jones ride. I think that whole area was so underthought. It was so underthought and so underwhelming.
The dino area.
The dino area that is now down.
Yeah.
So you walk in and there's the dinosaur swirling saucer, so it's good for the kids. But that whole area just felt so hodgepodge lost. And I don't mean lost like the ride, lost like you're in dinosaur land. I mean like you'd go there and it's like, meh.
It's a 10-minute wait right now.
Yeah.
At 9 a.m, it is a 10-minute wait.
10-minute wait.
I mean, usually Animal Kingdom opens at like 7:30.
Anyway.
Yeah, it opens at 7:30, 8 o'clock. I mean, the park, well, no, I can't say the parks are slow because over at Avatar is a 125-minute wait. So
and that's standard. Everyone runs there.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're not going to run to Dinosaur if it's a 10-minute wait and you're going to go to Avatar. I think all this construction is good for Disney. I think to keep current, to keep updated. They have a lot to compete with right now with Universal doing the Epic Universe.
Yeah.
I think this construction should have started a long time ago, and we should have been expanding these parks a long time ago. But I'm not on the Disney board.
You think the pressure of Tortuga's Tavern.
That's what it's called, Tortuga's Tavern.
I'm like, hey, while I got the map open, let me clarify that. Yeah, sorry, on a side note, Tortuga's Tavern is right across from Pirates, and it is connected to Pecos Bill's Tail Inn and Cafe, in case you wanted the whole full proper name.
So to me, then that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why do you have Tortuga Tavern and across the way you're going to have a Pirates Lounge?
Again, it's a revenue generator. It's getting people in seats, and when
We'll
people
have to
are
see.
seated,
They're spending it.
they're spending money. But back to Dinosaur. I think it is. I think it's pretty sad. But you look at Animal Kingdom Park is the largest square footage, this largest footprint. I
Well,
don't.
because they have the safari.
They do have the safari, which kind of, if you're looking at the map, the safari goes way over here. It doesn't even impact
The actual park.
the footprint of Animal Kingdom. But if you look at the footprint of Animal Kingdom itself, you know what's funny in all these parks? You see the icon as you walk into the park. Like as you're walking in, in Magic Kingdom, within 3 minutes, you see the castle in front of you. You walk into Hollywood Studios and you walk down the street and you look over to your right, and there is
Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror, or the Chinese Theater, which maybe used to be the icon too. You go over to Epcot, you see the ball from the parking lot. Animal Kingdom, the icon is pretty far into the park. You gotta walk all the way from here, the parking lot, all the way to the middle of the park to actually see the icon. So Animal Kingdom is very, very large. And think about it like it's almost like a castle surrounded by a big moat, because there is a big body of water that surrounds the whole entire area. So it's pretty well divided. But anyway, I'm sad to see Dino Land go. I think it fits more. It fits more than what their upcoming ideas are. And now
Encanto?
in Encanto, and like the tropical Americas is what they're naming the area that's going to be going in there. With, just in case, spoiler alert, they're getting rid of Dinosaur, which was already announced. They had a closing date. They decided to push it off. It's going to be an Indiana Jones ride,
Which is already how they have it in California.
but they don't have a whole entire park dedicated to
Animals.
It like technically a zoo, which we talked about before. I mean, in case you didn't know, Animal Kingdom is a zoo. It is a park that has rides in it. It's kind of like SeaWorld, but without the cruelty and without the dolphins, the whales. These are actually animals that are taken care of, and I'm sure SeaWorld takes care of their animals too. But, the theme is more animals, and it's like, where does Indiana Jones tie in with animals? Anyway, so that's those are my news stories for today. My final segment,
Okay.
nostalgia nuggets.
Nostalgia nuggets. Okay.
I kind of hit you with this. Excuse me. What I was thinking about, like, you and I will ponder Disney all the time and kind of think about what is it that makes you love Disney, and obviously it's nostalgia. So could you give me like a time or a thought or something like this that you're like, wow, like that is why I love Disney, or that's one of the many, many reasons that give me a love of Disney? And I'll start first, okay? Because I'll kind of give you the idea of what I was thinking about. Like, obviously we have children. Somebody else may or may not. But when I think about like my daughter and how she's growing, I sometimes will go back to certain memories of like, oh, remember when she did this? And I will never forget the first time we went on to Flight of Passage. And we put those goggles on her, and I looked over at her face when that screen happened on that ride, and the way her face lit up. And it was almost like I wanted to thank Disney, because in a situation like that, you're so used to life and going forward and stuff like that. And Disney kind of, even though a lot of it is obviously playing with your senses, and, it's fictional, or it's make believe, or it's use your imagination, they allow children to see that anything is possible through creativity. And when you're, I don't know how old she was, maybe 7, 6, 7, somewhere around that age, she might have even been younger, to see her eyes light up and be like, whoa. I just blasted off into outer space. Like, this is real, and this is crazy. I can't put into words what her expressions said to me. And I will always hold that in like a special place of like nostalgia for going back to Animal Kingdom, So there's my little nugget for you. Give me one of yours, Nick.
So when I think of happy moments too, Magic Kingdom used to have a card game. It was called Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
And it was an interactive card game. So when you first got into Magic Kingdom, you could go over to where the fire station was, and they had like a little booth there, and you could get cards, and you'd go around to the park, and some of these areas would have like a window, and within the window, after you did you scan your card or scan your band? You must have had to do your band.
Your Magic Band?
Your Magic Band, and it would like give you a sorcerer's message, and it would tell you in the map like where to go next.
Yep.
Our son at the time was in such awe of this
Yeah.
and was so excited to do this. And I remember even as a grown-up, even other grown-ups would walk by and they'd be like, "What are you doing? How'd you get there? Like, how'd you get that window to do that? Like, what card?" So that, to me, is the little stuff that Disney does that I like, that makes it even more magical. Because everything about Disney is magical. The characters, the cast members, the rides, the queues, everything is so, but that's just that one little extra piece, that, you know, that when I think about Disney makes me happy, because I feel like that kind of stuff is disappearing slowly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Because I think that closed in like 2021.
I think it closed. No, it closed.
Yeah,
It closed.
2021.
Oh, it did. I thought it closed before COVID.
No.
So COVID kind of saw the end. It was trailing off.
2021. Yep.
It was fun. I mean, I those cards. I wonder if we still have any of them. But yeah. That's yeah, another reason why we love it. So hack.
Oh, I didn't think of a hack.
I got a hack. Of
Go.
course I do.
Disney hacks.
Disney hacks. Disney, just in case you're unaware and you don't live on Earth, Disney is located in Florida.
Yes.
And what used to be a swamp. They cleared it all off. You would never know. It's like a big place now. It's basically a lot of concrete and stuff like that. But yet, technically, it's still a swamp. So my hack is bring ponchos. You can go to the dollar store and you can get tons of ponchos. They sell boxes of them for like $1, $2 a piece. They might not be the most durable poncho in the world. They're not like made by 3M, but they will save your ass in a time where like a downpour happens. Or if you have a stroller, you can take that poncho and put it over the stroller itself. That's my hack is put them in your luggage, a little box. I think, doesn't Walmart sell like a variety pack?
If not, I've gotten a 20-pack from Amazon for like $10.
Yeah. Don't be the person
that has to buy it.
Yeah, that has to go in, because they're like
$22.
$20 for a poncho.
And they don't go, so I'm gonna go off of your hack.
Yeah.
Buy the ones that are long sleeve.
Yeah, you don't want to have like the, what would you call it, a smock?
The ones that Disney sells, granted they're way thicker.
Yeah.
I will give them that.
They're like a tent.
But they're weird. They're only
Half sleeve.
Half sleeve.
Yeah.
I am all about the dollar hood that I can tie with a tight wrist.
That's gonna rip.
And if it rips, guess what? Because I got them on Amazon for 5 cents, we probably have 50. So yes, I like that hack. Always have the ponchos.
Yeah. So that is my hack. Bring them ahead of time, because trust me, you want to have a poncho. Like I said last week, you don't want to have wet shoes. You don't want to have wet body. It's gross. It can ruin your day, especially if it happens at like 9 in the morning. And then you have to spend the whole day trying to dry out. Yuck. You don't want that. So, hey, we're back. Second week in a row. I'm so proud of you.
News.
Commitment. Yeah. News. So that is it, Nikki. With that, hey, stay classy, Disney.
And thanks for stopping by.
You got it right this time.